Do you want to find supercars in GTA 6? Well, today in this video, I'm going to go over 10 tips for finding supercars in GTA 6. Welcome back to Grand Theft Maniac. Let's get into the video. Number 10, the best car for the job. Putting aside DLC vehicles, GTA 5's base game comes with 6 hypercars. Admittedly, not the most expansive selection, but that is honestly enough for the 30-hour campaign. Luckily, most of the hypercars are relatively easy to find, often showing up during missions. One prime example is the Bullet, which can be acquired right at the start of Franklin's possession mission. Obviously, if there is a nice shiny vehicle in the vicinity, then clearly it is meant to be used during the current mission. More importantly, vehicles stolen during main quests begin to spawn more frequently after that point. Number 9, heists. Look, we wish there was a simple way to collect all the hypercars in the afternoon without having to spend hours grinding. However, GTA Online rewards those who are willing to put in the legwork. At the end of the day, San Andreas revolves around money, and heists are the quickest way to make a ton of cash quickly. Heists are arguably the best part of online, as they are the closest thing to single player missions. It is also possible to make a huge amount of money in a matter of hours.
Metal detectors up ahead. You'll need to find the fuse box on the side of the unit. Take it out with a stun gun.
Number 8, just take the Vaca. If forced to pick the most common supercar in GTA 5, the Vaca would probably come out on top. While the vehicle is a bit too underpowered for the multiplayer's competitive scene, the Vaca is one of the better cars available in the single player space game. There are multiple missions where the supercar spawns close to the playable character, basically begging to be stolen. Meltdown is the most obvious example, as the Vaca is literally parked right next to Michael's getaway car. Just take it. Number 7, the rich side of town. GTA 5 single player campaign may give away hypercars if they are going out of fashion, but the multiplayer mode is a whole other story. Online is designed to be a grind, therefore the best vehicles generally have to be purchased. That said, a couple of entry-level supers are known to spawn in certain areas of Los Santos, primarily those associated with the wealthy. Just to be clear, do not expect to find a Wagner roaming around Rockford Hills. However, if the stars align, a wild Voltic may appear.
If you were to go to my garage in GTA 5, you'd see all of them are pretty bland. And if you guys have it, can you guys please smash...
Number 6, Zentorno. With over 40 supercars available, settling on the right one for you can be a difficult task. Along with looking as stylish as possible, the hypercar must also be competitive for races. Otherwise, supers are nothing more than expensive ornaments. Which is fine for collectors, sure, but some of us like to use our fancy toys. Regardless of someone's experience, the Zentorno is the ideal supercar. With great speed and acceleration, the only thing holding this monster back is its mediocre braking, but the affordable cost more than makes up for that underwhelming stat. As a Zentorno can only be purchased for GTA Online, ignore any of the cheaper vehicles and focus on obtaining this one.
No, it doesn't look bad, but I want to see here something very bright. You will see.
Number 5, the luck of the switch. Hypercars do spawn relatively frequently in the single-player campaign, with some being linked to a specific area in Los Santos. Alternatively, the player may essentially stumble into a gold mine by simply switching to another playable character. While Trevor and Michael are likely to surprise you with a midlife crisis, switching to Franklin at the right time may cause an adder to appear out of thin air. Not only is this the most expensive of the 6 supercars included in the base game, the adder actually makes being stuck in traffic sound like a blessing.
What this targeting mode does is you press L2, it'll bring your aimer to a target, but it will not...
Number 4, drive supercars to obtain supercars. GTA 5 practically gives the Infernus hypercar away at any given opportunity. The vehicle spawns at a number of different locations, and is also relatively affordable compared to other automobiles registered under the same class. Funnily enough, the one way to increase the chances of the Infernus showing up on the streets is to drive around in the Turismo R. Now, the Turismo R is a DLC vehicle that also costs more within the game, so it would be akin to using a shark as bait to lure a single piranha.
Stick in either direction towards any target. Super fun. I would recommend trying.
Number 3, ruin a mission, get a hypercar. I Fought the Law is a pretty fun mission involving all 3 of GTA 5's main protagonists. At one point, the player is presented with the opportunity to pick their poison out of the 3 leads, with Trevor and Michael driving a Cheetah and an Entity XF respectively. After picking one of them, modify the car at Los Santos Customs before failing the mission. Once the mission is completed, the car will be available to purchase as the city's impound. Essentially, the point is to purposely have your vehicle impounded so it remains available once the mission is completed. Alternatively, the Cheetah and the Entity XF can both be purchased for Legendary Motorsport for a hefty price. Number 2, vehicle cargo. Along with being a time-effective way to earn a bit of spare change, vehicle cargo missions present an opportunity to drive around in some of GTA Online's more prestigious supercars. Once the player purchases an office and warehouse, they can start to steal and flip cars. Around 32 vehicles, including 12 high-end cars, randomly spawn during these missions, and GTA 5 does not allow for any duplicates. As vehicles can be stored indefinitely, the smartest bet is to leave the less spectacular cars in the warehouse so that every subsequent mission will be for a supercar. Number 1, be wary of the random park hypercar. Occasionally, a random hypercar, even one of the more expensive models, may show up on the streets of Los Santos in GTA Online. Before celebrating your lucky find, it is best to be wary of any parked supercars, especially those that are a notch above the likes of the Vaca or Voltic. It's not uncommon for players to use a hypercar as bait for any greedy passerby looking to score an easy Italia GTB or Tempesta. More often than not, this ends up with a thief going up in a fiery explosion, one of the oldest tricks in the book. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.